I was one of the day one buyers of the Nintendo Switch. I was lucky enough to get a pre-order in an age where scalping was just becoming an issue, and saved up just to make sure I would have it and Zelda Breath of the Wild in my hands before the end of the night. I'd been playing on various consoles all my life, but my favorite way to play had always been on a handheld, so the Switch was very exciting for me. And in many ways, it delivered in the concept. Despite its lower power, I was able to play many games handheld that I probably wouldn't have played otherwise. Playing games I had skipped on the Wii U, along with titles like Doom 2016, all on a handheld, was genuinely good enough for me to justify playing on the Switch. But it was just enough to justify it, not to make it the dream system. I disliked that they had no virtual console titles on offer like they had with previous systems. I hated that Nintendo began charging for online, months after the system had already come out, for essentially the same service they had not been charging for before, which they had no business charging for anyway, as Nintendo's online had always been laughably bad. Then I hated that they tried to sweeten the deal by attaching rentals of some of those previously purchasable retro titles to the online service, stingily holding back many consoles that used to be available to offer them as an upcharge later. And I want to emphasize this point. They were now only offering rentals for some select few games that they used to charge a few bucks for, offering far less and charging far more as they shut down the few online stores they had that still offered them. Then all my controllers started dying. Whether first or third party, now every single one of my controllers I bought drift on me. A few $100s pissed away in a few short years, while controllers that I have from all manner of consoles, far older than this one, are still functional. So what did I do? I stopped giving money to the people outright scamming me. As they offer me less and less product, while making it clear that none of it will last anyway, competitors on the market have far exceeded what they offer. I got a Steam Deck for just a little more than what they still charge for a Switch, and got something that was more powerful, more easy to upgrade and repair, capable of running almost any PC game I wanted it to, including things that I used to play on the Switch like Doom, but way better. And on top of that, being able to run emulators of every console in Nintendo or any other company's backlog, even including the Nintendo Switch games itself. And as a disclaimer, no, I have not downloaded any Switch game from the internet or obtained any copy of a game from anywhere else. But I have absolutely taken many games that I bought fair and square on this dying system I have and used modding software to make copies for my own personal use on the Steam Deck. It has been wonderful to play these games which have been inaccessible to me for a while due to faults in their own system on something that does not suffer from those issues. In my view, I am taking no money from Nintendo, as they not only were not going to see any more money from me, a scorned fan, but they had already received a ton of it in the past. Whether I play these games I own on their system or the Steam Deck, the result is the same. No flow of money making it to Nintendo. Yet Nintendo has made it very clear they are against what I am doing. Yes, they've always gone against ROM sites that distribute their games, which I find somewhat understandable except when the game has not been sold for a long time. But now they go against everything. They've gone against modding software, emulators, anything they view as allowing people to pirate their games. And in the end, all they're really saying to me and people like me, who are simply trying to enjoy the games they already bought that you make damn sure they wouldn't be able to play in a few years without forking out more money all the time, is, fuck you. Fuck you, you don't deserve to play our games. You never own them, and if you do not do exactly as we say and give us our prescribed money every month, you shouldn't be able to play the things you already bought. And this goes for older games as well. Is your Game Boy Advance finally kicking the bucket? Want to play Crash Bandicoot or Namco Museum the way you remember it? Fuck you. Pay us a monthly fee on top of that other monthly fee to get 20-something games from the GBA, which, by the way, doesn't include the games you're looking for, but oh, don't buy something to rip the game you already own and paid for and play that on an emulator. That makes you a dirty pirate. You should just buy a secondhand Game Boy or DS, which, by the way, doesn't give any money to Nintendo, so what is the functional difference? I'm just tired of acting like I should be scared to admit that I don't care about the company's rights to games it sold me, is not selling me anymore, is not promising to ever sell me again, and not offering a way to still play them. And then the few games it is giving me, it's really just renting to me, and on hardware it made faulty in the first place. Maybe if they had treated people right, these things wouldn't be popular enough to seem like such a problem to them. Respect is earned and must be mutual to be healthy. The day Nintendo and other companies respect my rights to what I purchased, I might respect theirs. But until then, I'm going to fight to protect my own purchases, because they sure as hell fight for theirs.